What's up, everybody? Come on in. Come on in, everybody. Good evening. Happy Valentine's Day. Don't do that, St. James. Hold on, let me see. So here's what's going on, y'all. Just so y'all know, my computer is going through it. Can y'all hear me? If you can hear me, put up a 1. If you can hear me, so I'm having to do all of this from my phone. I was trying to, okay, you can hear me good. Good evening, everybody. I'm so sorry. The music is on. Okay, that's right. Let me move that. Hold on. All right. We should be good. I had to, I'm having to do everything from my phone because my computer is flaking out on me this evening. But good evening, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day to you. Let's see who we have here. Let's see. The music is still playing? Y'all let me know if the music's still playing. It shouldn't be playing anymore. Okay, y'all still hear music. Ooh. Okay, do you still hear music now? Okay, give me 1 second, y'all. Hey, Sabrina. Hey, JP. Hey, St. James. Hey, Candace. Hey, Robert. Hey, Sean. Hey, Pastor Joyce. I'm still trying to see if my computer gonna act right. Let's see. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. Okay, it should be off now. Do we hear music? Do we hear music? Let me know if you hear any music. Oh, no wonder I was looking a little sus. Okay. No music? Okay, good. Okay, I think my computer. The music is a vibe though. Thank you, Candice. I'm hoping I can transition to my computer. I just feel a little bit better about life because the phone is making me concerned. I don't know. But anyways, so we're gonna go ahead and get the show started. I appreciate y'all for coming on Valentine's night. Okay. I really appreciate it. Hold on. Okay. We're gonna roll with the punches, honey, because I don't have time. So, anyways, so I have my good homegirl, my good Judy, here with me, and we're gonna make it do what it do as best as we can via my phone because my computer is still lagging and doing whatever else it's doing, and so it probably needs a good overhaul or whatever like that. How is everyone's evening going? Happy Saturday to you. Glad to be here to catch the live. I appreciate you for being here to catch the live. I appreciate that. I really do. I don't like these angles. It's so much going on, but it's gonna be okay. Let me go ahead and let my sister on the platform so we can get started because I know it is late in the A. Let me add you to the page. Stephanee!
Hey, girl. You should have started singing "The Devil is a
Right.
Liar."
Yeah. Y'all, my friend Stephanie is here, honey.
Woo.
She said she could join me on this evening. She was busy, but she took time out of her schedule to come through and have a good kiki with me. And so I appreciate that, honey. Thank you so much for coming back. You know, the people loved you. And, you know, I loved you even more for coming on and having a good conversation. So we're going to have another good conversation, you know, regardless to all these technical difficulties. So you're gonna have to bear with me. But y'all, tonight we're gonna keep it cute, we're gonna keep it fun, and we're gonna have the conversation. Okay. So tonight we are talking about relationship scenarios. So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to give Coach Stephanee some scenarios, some relationship scenarios. Y'all, is not personal to me. Let me go ahead and get that out the way. I may have been through some of this stuff a time or two, but it's not personal to me. These are random scenarios that I am giving Coach Stephanie, and we're going to talk through it, and it's going to be cause for conversation. And I'm so excited about it. But before we get into that, how was your Valentine's Day so far?
My Valentine's Day was good. I was momming it.
Hmm.
I had a funeral to attend earlier today. So I've kind of just been running all day.
Okay.
So it's been a good one. I mean, I've had some in the past that weren't so great, during this single journey, but it's like I feel like I'm in a place, like I was telling you before, of just being content,
Yeah.
and just wanting the right thing, the right relationship, the right person, and being in a space of just willing to wait, and
Yeah.
not just feeling like I need to get somebody just for the time being.
Right. Right.
But it was good. How was yours?
Oof. I got to loosen that little button, honey. I thought I was doing something. It was good. So I thought I was supposed to have a meeting at church today, but it got canceled and
Mm,
I didn't read the email. So I wound up going to the church, but it was ironic that, I went because after that I was able to go to brunch and I enjoyed a good Valentine's Day brunch. It wasn't
mhm,
a whole lot of people out. I was able to do a little shopping. I love a cute little shopping time.
mhm,
And
mhm.
so all the things. So I really enjoyed my day. My daughter had her cheer event, so we did that and all of that good stuff. So it was a cute day. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not, yeah. I felt just like you. I felt very content. You
Mhm.
know, I think it's more important to have peace of mind, like you said, to be at peace than
Right,
to try to have a Valentine.
right,
You know what I'm saying? Those days for me are over.
right,
I'm
right.
of a particular age now, and I've just learned to be content. I'm not trying to be super deep, y'all, but I've really just learned to be content in whatever state that I'm in. And if I'm happy with myself, then I know, eventually someone else's happiness will be an added bonus to me.
Yeah, and I think too, Court, when you are used to getting subpar love or just the bare minimums,
Come on.
when you are in, and you finally get to a space where the love that you do receive, whether that's through friends or
Yes.
family. I spent the day with my son. We cooked Valentine's Day dinner together tonight. You
Mm-hmm.
know, decorated the table, spent some quality time with him. I think you just get to the space where your peace is more important than just
Yes.
subpar love. You know what I'm saying? Or
Come on,
just
subpar love.
a little 2 cent love. I'm like, we at the stage now. Look, you know what I'm saying? We done been
No.
through it.
Yes.
We done been up through there. So it's like I'm willing to wait for what I really want. And so there's a space of contentment that you have when you're like, I've been there where I've had somebody and I still wasn't happy. You understand what
Come
I'm saying?
on. Come
So
on.
what's the point of just having a warm body and still being unhappy? It's now we're mature enough to be in a space where we're like, no, I want the whole kit and caboodle.
Yes.
I want to be happy. I want the warm body. I want, you know what I'm saying? You want all the above, not just I'm gonna take just the small little bits here and there, and
Right.
and just to say I have somebody.
Right, exactly. You want to be with someone that's kind.
Right.
Hello. You can have the balloons and the teddy bears and the chocolates and all this stuff and be with a booger wolf. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? Be with
Yeah.
someone that doesn't care about you, your well-being, your best interest.
Right.
Just doing something just to be doing something.
Exactly.
So at the end of the day, if it doesn't come with kindness, if it doesn't come with some type of meekness and some um intentionality, I'm
Mm-hmm.
good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
good on it.
Yeah. Very true.
It's all about being intentional. It's more than just a day. See,
Yeah.
when you're with someone, when you're with your purpose partner, I'm not trying to preach on tonight, but
Go
when you
ahead, bring
with
the text.
the when you seriously, when you are with someone that that you're supposed to be with, that your purpose partner, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
When you're with someone that really has care and concern for you and vice versa, then Valentine's Day can be every day.
That's
It's
right.
not one day out of the year where you
That's
just
right.
decide to get some flowers, some cards, and some candy. That's
Yes.
cute. That's great and that's good. But it's nothing like being with someone that you know that your purposes have collided and now we can take this journey together,
Yeah.
this journey of purpose and all of that good stuff. We can do that together when we care for each other genuinely. We don't have any fake love. We really love each other. We're not sometimey with each other, you know what I'm saying? So at
Yeah.
the end of the day, and I'm hearing this a lot from women about wanting to be with someone that's kind. They're like, if he can just be kind, I'll be all right.
Yeah.
So why do you think, and then we're going to go into our scenarios, why do you think there are so many women that feel that are saying that they want to be with someone that's kind? So that says that there are a lot of people that they're experiencing
Mhm.
that are not so kind. Why is that?
I think there's a lot of people that are hurting. Hurt people hurt people. We used to, that was a phrase that you would hear in school a lot.
Hmm.
And I think that we're in a time where people are in relationships, but they're hurting. And it could be male or female. Some aren't willing to get the help that's needed so that
Hmm.
they can get rid of being mean and ugly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so a lot of us are people walking around with a lot of trauma. They're repeating cycles that
Hmm.
they've seen in their homes, in previous relationships,
Hmm.
and then you have some men that have just been hurt so much, their automatic response is, I'm just going to be mean. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm just going to be ugly. So I think it's a lot of people that are just walking around with a lot of pain, a
Hmm.
lot of trauma, a lot of anger that needs to be addressed. And unfortunately, sometimes us as women, we're willing to accept the mean guy
Hmm.
just to say that we have someone, just to say that we're not alone.
Hmm.
And I think a lot of women are getting to a place where they're like, enough is enough. I'd rather have my peace
Hmm.
and be by myself and just wait until I can find someone or my paths cross with someone that truly is kind, that's loving. Like, can you have the fruits of the spirit? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Listen. But so here's my take on that. If a guy is mean to you, I don't think he likes you to begin with,
that is true. That is true.
let alone love you, but he really don't like you. That's my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah. Very true.
Okay, so we agree on that because yeah.
Yeah.
So so I don't know. I didn't mean to go off on that little tangent, but I know sometimes for women, I don't know about men how they fare on Valentine's. Well, I don't think it's hard for them to uh get a little piece of date or something like that on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
But I don't know that to be true. But I will say that I know for women, sometimes single women, this day is a hurdle. This day is an issue.
Why? Why is that though? Why is it that way for us and not necessarily for men?
But see, I don't know. I don't know that to be true. I haven't heard a man say, Valentine's Day is hard for me. Do I think everybody want to be loved? Yes. Men and women. I think men and women want to be loved. I
Hmm.
don't understand though, out of all these women that want to be loved and all these men that want to be loved, why is there such a gulf between the two? I
Hmm.
don't quite understand that. And I don't quite understand why is it that the two are not connecting. But I think, like what you said, there's some trauma going on there. There's some things that need to be dealt with. And I'm not sure if some of us are doing the work, the for real work, as single people. And as we discussed the last time you were on, doing the work doesn't consist of just taking trips and doing all the things that make you a fun single. But what else were you saying? Doing the work is therapy and Jesus. Isn't that what you said?
Yeah.
And I don't think a good number of us explore that as doing the
Mm.
work. Instead, we feel like, hey, I'm contented. I believe I said this the last time you were on. Hey, I'm contented. I got my career. I'm working on this. I'm doing that. I got all these irons in the fire, doing everything but
Mm.
working on, you know, the inward self. And
Right.
and that includes church attenders.
Yeah. It does.
Because just because you go to church, that doesn't mean necessarily that you're healed.
Yeah. And a lot of times people will use church jargon to cover up really dealing with and delving into the issue, the real issues.
Hmm.
We can do that. We can sanctify something real quick. You know what I'm saying? We can sprinkle some seasoning and holy water on it and everything.
I'm guilty.
And
Hmm.
yeah, I am too. But it took some hard, not life trials and tribulations to be like, okay, you better address that. You know what I'm saying? Like you really got to delve into the why. What's the issue? Jesus is good, but
Hmm.
he also is a counselor, and he gave people the opportunity to help you deal with that issue, deal with it so that you can be a better person.
Right. I agree. I agree. Okay, this is good so far. So let's go ahead and get into our scenarios. Let me see. I'm gonna have to. They're on my phone, so I'm gonna have to toggle through. So hopefully I don't lose you. Let's find out. Okay. Am I still here?
Nope, I lost you.
You don't see me, but you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I don't see you, but I can hear you.
Okay. So I'm gonna have to go in and out. So here's our first scenario.
Oh
Okay.
boy. Mm-hmm.
All right. And chat, please feel free to chime in. I may not be able to put your comments on the screen because I have a lot going on with this phone. Okay, here we go. You meet someone who checks most of your boxes. Okay. The
Mm-hmm.
chemistry is natural,
Mm-hmm.
the conversation is easy, and your values are in alignment. However, they tell you they are still healing from a previous relationship and aren't ready to fully commit yet, but they still want to spend time with you.
Mm.
Do you stay and build slowly or walk away? And how long is reasonable to wait? Does potential outweigh timing?
You came out the gate swinging.
That's good, huh? Let me know if I need to repeat anything again.
Okay, they check all the boxes.
Mhm. The
Chemistry's
chemistry is
there.
there, the values are in
The values
alignment,
are in alignment, but they
but
are
they're
still
still
healing
healing.
from a
Hmm.
previous relationship.
Yes.
Um, do you wait and build slowly? But they still
Hmm.
want time with you. Do you wait,
Yes,
build
they
slowly?
still want you in the life, in their
Uh-huh.
life. But yeah, they just, have some things that they are trying to iron out.
Okay, so there's a couple of vantage points that I would look at.
Okay.
Um, if that, yeah, that's a good one. How
Look,
old is
somebody
the
said, how
person?
old are they?
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know now. The scenario didn't say all that. Okay. Uh, you can pick an
So
age,
I would
Stephanie.
say
Ooh, Lord.
the hard thing is when you do a lot, when you find somebody and you align with them, chemistry is there, all the things. I would say it can be a challenge and they're still healing. It can be a challenge to just release someone. I think you have to kind of weigh your options. Weigh your options, and this is one vantage point. You can weigh your options and see if you're willing to wait. You can set, see, it will be hard for me. Am I answering this? from Stephanee or just
Answer it from Coach Stephanee, but they Coach Stephanee and Stephanie should be in alignment. So,
okay, so here's the deal.
mhm.
I feel like we all have something that we may not be totally whole in, right?
Okay.
And depending on where I am, where that person is, and if I feel like they are my person, I may be prone to wait. I know you're looking at me.
What?
I may be prone to wait. And this
Okay,
is
what does waiting look like?
so waiting would look like for me, I would have to set a strong boundary though, because
Okay.
I feel like when the chemistry is already there, you're gonna naturally want to be in that person's presence. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So if they are saying they want to heal but they still want to be in your life, what does that look like? Like I need, what are you expecting from me? I think there would have to be a deeper conversation about, what are you expecting from me? What are you expecting me to be there as? Are we just continuing to build a friendship? That means I'm free to date other people. That mean, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, what
Mhm.
other boundaries are being put in place?
Mhm.
Because who's to say that that person might heal and then be like, I found somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think it's imperative that there is a deeper conversation about what spending time with me looks like. You can't have full access to me. You may be able to still be in
Mm.
my life.
Okay.
You may be able, we may be able to kick it and hanging out, but you can't. There would have to be some boundaries there in order for us to even proceed, especially if there's already chemistry and we already are kind of into each other. I feel like there would have to be some boundaries. But I think those boundaries would have to be very clear, meaning that, okay, I can be your friend. And then, two, during the process, me being your friend, I may be like, this is too much for me. I need to completely cut you off.
Okay. What does friendship look like?
I think it
Sorry.
depends on the person. I think everybody's boundaries are different when it comes to friendship. If you're
Okay.
my friend, we can't be hugging and kissing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
because that builds another level of intimacy. Like, even for me, I'm a conversation girl. So
Mhm.
just us conversating often,
Yeah, that's intimacy.
that's intimacy for me.
That's
So
intimacy for for a good number of women though.
So there has to be like some clear boundaries. Like, okay, you still need to heal. That's fine. I will be here. But you know what I'm saying? Like, look, there are strong feelings here. What does, so because of that, I want you to have your space to heal and do all the things. But I'm gonna have to put these things in place. I mean, we ain't gonna be talking late. We ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, there has to be boundaries put in place in order to protect your heart too.
But if okay, but if the I'll give my take in a minute. But if the chemistry is there, the values are in alignment, as a woman, let's be honest, are you being there as a friend in hopes that the thing turns around in your favor?
Yeah. I mean, because you
Oh
got to
God.
think, especially, okay, Courtney, we're older, we're in our 40s.
Yeah.
You don't come across a lot of people where chemistry's there, where values align, somebody that you feel like you can talk to and share. And you know what I'm saying? They're a good friend and you're able to be yourself. All the things. How do you just walk away from that?
I cannot believe Coach Stephanie is saying this right now. But okay, you ready for my take?
You already know how I am. That's part of my issue.
I didn't expect that answer though. I didn't expect that, but okay, I respect it. So okay. So here's my stance.
Blah.
Chemistry.
That's what you got.
No, stop, please. Chemistry is an illusion.
Okay.
I think that chemistry without some level of pursuit is nothing.
Okay.
Um, do I feel like the friendship can be there? Yes,
But
but I'm concerned about the fact that you're there as a friend. He has some level of access to you,
right.
but if he decides to go a different direction,
Right.
then you're not necessarily stuck looking crazy, because I think that you should still be dating. Life is going on. We're
Right.
not waiting for anybody. But we as women, I think there is a subconscious weight there
Mm-hmm.
because of the chemistry or the likability. This person, because the chemistry is there, because the communication is there, because the values are in alignment, you feel like I could really rock out with this person. They're just
Mm-hmm.
emotionally unavailable.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I think that although you're friends and you may be dating and all of that, I think that you are subconsciously waiting on this person to
Mm-hmm.
come around and choose you.
Mm-hmm.
So my concern is the friendship.
I
So
agree.
I'm not sure if that person should have access.
I can
I don't know.
understand that.
That's why I'm asking the coach. Coach
I can
said be
understand.
friends and all that.
Because I feel too, at the end of the day, everybody, you learn something from every relationship,
Yes.
right? And
Yes.
so I feel as though even the ones that could be potential
Hmm.
that you want to um, potentially explore, there's always a lesson somewhere, you know?
Hmm.
And two, I feel like us as women, can we? So I'm gonna pose a question to you.
Okay.
Um, do you feel
Hmm.
that nobody has? Do you feel that everybody has something to heal from?
Yes. For the
Okay.
rest of your life. Yes. Healing is a
Okay.
journey.
So how do we decipher between what to join or who to join with in a healing process and who not to?
But here's the thing. My thing is, if someone is emotionally unavailable, they are unavailable.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I need to be a partaker in that healing journey. That portion may be between you and God, because your emotional unavailability says to me that it could be one of two things. You could be still dealing emotion, someone else has your emotions,
Mm-hmm.
or you just don't really want to. Especially, it depends on if you're coming out of a relationship. You may not necessarily want to invest your emotions again. You may want to take a break. You may be on a little hiatus
Mm-hmm.
from relationship in that regard, and
Mm-hmm.
so friendship is less weighty.
Mm-hmm.
Friendship carries a weight, but it is less weighty than actually committing to someone in a relationship.
Okay.
So I don't know if that answered your question or not.
No, I understand what you're saying. I just think you would have to weigh all options. And you would have to decide as the woman if you want to take that risk or not, because I feel like we do it all the time as women. We see potential, you know, and we'll risk it, whether it be because of our time clock, whether it be because we don't want to be alone, whether it be because we feel like that person is our person, whether it be, the list
Well,
goes.
first of all, there's no such thing as a time clock.
Well, we can say that.
Okay.
Some may feel that way, but you
Mm-hmm.
hear a lot of people that are just like, well, I'm on a time clock, or I'm older, or I'm this, or I'm that.
Mm-hmm.
They devalue where they are currently
Okay.
based off of age or whatever their experiences. You know what I'm saying? And so I think it's really gonna be up to that person on how they proceed.
So ultimately, okay, so you yourself, Stephanie Graham, are you proceeding or are you not?
I would have the friendship, and I would put boundaries in place with the friendship, um, because we could kind of talk about a person that kind of came in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Very similar situation, chemistry was there, same
Mm-hmm.
values, the all the above.
Mm-hmm.
But as time progressed, initially it was, he thought, he was wanting to be in a relationship. Then it was like, well, I don't know, I got this going on, I got that, so I had to make a hard decision in setting some boundaries, because he did have a lot of access to me. If he called, I was calling him back. If he texted, I was texting him back. All the things. And then I looked up and I was like, yeah, no, we can't keep doing this. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like, you can't have full space and value to my life and not be able to reciprocate the things that I want or that I desire.
Right.
So I really think it's really up to how that woman really feels. But for me, yeah, I had to do that as well. And in setting those boundaries, you got a whole new different tone. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, oh, well, you busy, you ain't responding as quick, or all the things. But I'm like, there's a level to me that you shouldn't have access to
Mm-hmm.
until you've given me something too. Like, we both got to be in.
Okay. So then let me ask this then. So let's say things are reciprocal, but there's still an emotional unavailability.
So, what does that look like to you? Tell me what that looks like, Courtney.
Good question. Emotional unavailability is they're not in a position to court you or to date you.
What
Is that
does
not
that
good
look
enough?
like? In a
That looks like nothing. It's nothing.
So, if he's reciprocating,
What he's reciprocating is on the friendship end, maybe.
okay.
Because y'all, this is all scenarios, right? So on the friendship aspect is, hey, there's a level of coolness there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you ever need me, hey, I'm here. If you ever need me, hey, I'm here.
Yeah, I think it's still about boundaries. It's still
Okay.
going to be about the boundaries that you set. Um, because ultimately you show people how to treat you.
Hmm.
So you give him the access that you want him to have.
Okay. Okay. I think, okay, are we good on that? I think that was interesting. I did not expect your answer. Okay. Let's go to the
Like, you
next.
should have sent me these questions before.
No, I be trying to get you straight up. Let's see. Okay, next scenario. You're gonna lose me for a second. Let me make sure you answered all the questions from this one though. You oh, did you answer do you stay and build slowly or do you walk away?
What are we building? Are we building a friendship?
Good question. Yeah, I guess you build on the friendship.
I mean, if you feel like that person, you can add value to their life and you can
Mhm.
maintain your boundaries without crossing them into a relationship because that person is not emotionally available, then I feel like then you do you. But I think again,
Okay.
it's about boundaries. If he wants just a friend,
Mm-hmm.
be just a friend. But if you feel like you can't be that, then you have to walk away.
All right. One last question on this. Does potential outweigh timing?
Explain.
That's all I got. Does potential, okay, okay, hold on. I think that's what it is. Does the potential of you all being together eventually outweigh the
How long it'll
timing?
take.
Yeah.
Mm, I
Like the
don't.
time y'all meeting, the timing is the person is emotionally unavailable, the timing is bad. But does the idea of, hey, I think this is my person, does that outweigh the timing of it all?
I don't think so because if you walk away, if that person's your person, I feel like they'll circle the block. You understand what I'm saying? Like they
Mm-hmm.
will. I feel like they'll come back and be like, "Hey, you know, I'm healed. Where are you?" But they still have the possibility of you not being available. You
Mm-hmm.
understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I think no, I don't think it outweighs it. I think you have to do you, and if it's for you
Mm-hmm.
and for you all to be together, then yeah, it'll come back around. But I don't think it outweighs.
Okay. Yeah. So in conclusion, I'm I'm a
I know
black and
you
white.
just you
Huh.
are you
I'm
know
very
you
black and
and
white.
me are two.
Totally different.
We talk about this all the time.
Because
I am the love
yes.
person, and Courtney is like, no, block.
Well, no.
Um,
So here's that's funny because a lot of the people in the chat that have experienced me online, they think that I'm the love and grace person. But and to a certain extent I am, but I am in my thinking sometimes I can be very black and white, right?
yes,
And so truthfully, I feel as though if you are emotionally unavailable, you do not want me, because I feel like, and I know it's not that easy. Sometimes things can be very complicated, but
right.
I feel like if I want, like today, I wanted some perfume, right? So when I went shopping, in my mind, I was like, I want a good smelling fragrance. And I went and I purchased perfume because that's what I wanted today.
Hmm.
You follow me?
Hmm.
So I think a lot of times when we want something, we go after it. And I've seen men do it time and time and time again, regardless to where they are in life. They don't care what's going. They will crash the proverbial car, so to speak, just to be with that one that they want to be with. So
Hmm.
I'm not quite sure if I buy the I'm not available right now, but I want you in my life.
Hmm.
I don't I feel you either want me or you don't. And if you
Hmm.
want me, you will come get me. If you do not want me, then you're going to kind of pussyfoot around.
Hmm. I hear you.
And
I
at
hear.
this and at that point, when you're pussyfooting around and you get the best of both worlds because you get my friendship, you get my presence, you get
Right.
everything that comes with me, not
Hmm.
everything, but you know what I'm saying? You get a little portion of me. I think that look, here goes St. James. Dang, can we just date? Yes. But the problem is these ninjas not even trying to, some of them, because this is just a scenario, some of them are not trying to date. They just want you around.
Mm-hmm.
I want you around until I may or may not decide to pick you up off the shelf. And I just don't think that it should be that way. If you want me around, you act like it, you show some sign. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
If I want the TV at Best Buy and I can afford to buy it, I'm going to buy the TV at Best Buy, come hell or high water, because that's what I want.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry. I'm just I'm just very black and white like that.
So
What is a man can have 100 million women, all he want, but if he get that right woman that really really loves him, he got to hold on to that. Amen. Look,
yeah,
kid, that's right. Buy the TV. Hello.
I hear you.
Okay, we're gonna move on to the next scenario. Did you want to add anything before I move
No,
on?
because we'll stay on this for a long time. Keep going.
Okay, here's the next scenario. All right. Scenario number two. Your partner is loving and supportive in private, but doesn't
Nope.
publicly acknowledge. Wait, girl.
Nope.
But doesn't publicly acknowledge the relationship on social media or
Okay.
in public spaces. When asked, they say, I like to keep my personal life private. Is privacy valid or a red flag? What level of public acknowledgement matters in relationships today? And at what point do you address it?
Okay. I know for many social people don't put their stuff on social media,
Mhm.
their relationships on social media, just to whether it's to guard the relationship or so I can understand the social media side. But if we together in public and you are acting like we ain't even together, like you not hold my hand, it's like I'm a stranger. Yeah, it's a no for me, dog. Because I think there's a difference between being private and being a secret, right? So I understand being private. I understand people do not want all of their business on social media. I get it. But
Mhm.
if your people don't know me, if when we out, you know, it's like I'm Susie from round the way, you don't know me. There's no PDA, you ain't hugging me, you're not in public, and it's us and we out. I would address that immediately because that's a love language for me.
Okay. Candace said that's a big red flag. Um, all right. Hey, Erica. I wanted to thank you, by the way. Thank you and Miss Sabrina, I think that was her name, for your tokens of love. I appreciate that. Um,
But
okay.
for somebody who's not a big PDA person, they may be okay with that. Me, no. I feel
Right.
like that's a red flag for me.
Okay. I am private, I
Mm-hmm.
think. I think I'm a pretty private person. And if I'm dating someone, I have learned my lesson. Every time I have posted a ninja, that thing go left so fast
Right?
and make the head spin, right?
Right?
So I've decided that, unless there's some stakes in the ground and maybe a ring, let's not,
Right?
okay? And say we did. So I understand the social media component. It's hard because if you
It is.
really feeling someone and
Yes.
it's reciprocal. You want to express your love and all of that good stuff,
Right.
but at some point you have to say, hey, you have to practice some type of self-discipline, because just
Right.
in case it doesn't work out, also you're not looking crazy, you
Right.
don't have to scrub your social media and all the
Right.
things. um that's so privacy is not necessarily being secretive
Right.
and hiding is people don't see us in public, or if they see us together, you walking all in front of me and I'm
Yeah.
walking behind. I think that's crazy, and I think that you have something to hide, and I will you know what, I don't even know if I will have a conversation with you about it.
I already know what you gonna do.
Ooh, okay, maybe I need to get a couple of therapy sessions, because I will automatically think you don't like me.
Yeah,
There's
I
nothing to
would
talk about.
too.
There
I
is
would
nothing to
too.
talk about. You have shown me, your actions have reflected that you're not proud to have me around, or
I
whatever the
agree.
case may be. So your actions are requesting my absence.
Exactly.
All right. So we agree on that. So
Amen.
yeah, no. Um yeah. But privacy, I'm with that.
I get it. I get it. I
Um
totally understand. Because people do it even with their children. You know what I'm saying?
oh
Like they don't
yeah.
post pictures of their kids. You
No.
know, when it comes to social media, it can just be a crazy world. So I can
Mhm.
understand not posting your significant other, you know what I'm saying, on social media. And for me, yes, if we there and we in
Mhm.
sync and all the things, I'm going to want to post you. You know what I'm saying? Because I want people to know I love you and all the things.
Right.
But at the same time, I like you said, I do think there's a difference. And all I know
Erica.
is you ain't.
She said, all I know is you ain't gonna be hunching me and nobody know about it, point blank. Period. Period.
Yeah, I definitely, and I agree. I agree. You just can't. There's no way. There's no way I could accept that.
Yes, cousin. That's my biggest thing in this season. Your actions are requesting my absence.
Yeah.
So I won't even a conversation. You probably do need to have a conversation. I don't know. I just feel like certain things, it don't need a conversation. Your actions have displayed. Just like silence is a response, right?
Mm-hmm.
So your actions are a response as well. I don't post my kids. I used to, but I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I just had this conversation tonight with my daughter, and I told her, I'm like, yeah, because she's discovering that I'm on this whole YouTube kick, and she thinks it's weird. She don't like it. Da 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 da. But I told her, I can't remember how we got on this topic, but I told her that I'm like, hey, I don't post y'all on my social media just out of protection. And she understood the assignment. She was like, but my dad still posts me. I was like, well, that's him and that's y'all's conversation. But for me, I'm all about
Yeah.
uh protecting you and making sure that, you know, don't know funny business, happen. Okay, so we're clear on that one. Let me see if I had any other questions for scenario two. Um, well, okay. What level of public acknowledgement matters in relationships today?
I think that's an individual question for that couple. You know,
Mhm.
everybody's view of public acknowledgement is different. Some don't mind, you know, sharing all the things. Some are
Mhm.
like you, they're very private and they agree on being private as it pertains to social media. I think as long as the love is shown when we're together, and people know we together when we out, then I think you're fine. But I think that's a conversation to me that has to be had in the beginning, you know, when you do start dating and having those conversations, because some don't feel comfortable posting, you know what I'm saying, who they're
Right.
dating and stuff like that. So those are conversations you have to have.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to the next scenario. And I'm not going to hold you long. Let's see. I have, what's a really good one? Okay. Someone says all the right things. They're making future plans with you. They talk about how much they value you, how serious they are about you. But their actions are inconsistent. That equals slow replies, canceled plans, low effort. Do you trust words, actions, or patterns over time? And how long do you give someone to align? Is inconsistency always interest? That's a good one.
Is inconsistency always what?
Uh-oh. Is inconsistency always uh disinterest?
Okay. If it looked like a duck, quack like a duck,
It's a
it's a
duck. Quack, quack. Okay.
actions will always speak louder than words. Everybody can talk. Everybody can say this, that, and the other. We can talk a big game, but it's all about when the rubber meets the road. What are their actions saying? So, so yeah, it's all about them actions. And time frame. I think it's really, it shouldn't be long. It shouldn't, you shouldn't let a lot of things, inconsistencies keep happening, because to me I feel like when you allow inconsistencies to continue, they think that behavior is okay. We teach people how to treat us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so if I'm consistently allowing you to just do whatever the heck you want to do, and you're not aligning with your words, and there aren't any, I won't say consequences, but there aren't any actions behind, okay, well, you did this, well, here's the reaction. You know, there's nothing behind me. I'm not responding to it. I'm just saying, don't do that again. Just don't do that again. I'm tired of this happening. Then they're going to keep doing whatever the heck they want to do because they don't see a response from you as it being serious enough to, for them to change, if they even want to change. You understand what I'm saying? There's
Mm-hmm.
no consequence to them not lining up with their words. So I think we treat people, we teach people how to treat us. We do in our actions, and I learned that the hard way,
Mm-hmm.
because we'll talk the good game. Oh, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that, and we don't do it. We still there. We still accepting the same behavior. We still take the same patterns. We giving the same big wolf speech that
Mm-hmm.
we gonna leave, we gonna exit, and we don't do anything. So they like, they ain't going nowhere. What I'm doing is fine. They're gonna keep putting up with it, so they're gonna keep doing the same thing.
So let's let me kind of compile it in with scenario one,
Okay.
where y'all friends, he emotionally unavailable, and then here comes the inconsistency, everything I just read.
Yeah.
You still friends?
No, I feel like, well, that's the thing. If he's inconsistent as a friend, it's like you doing what you doing. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm already in the mode of, I'm thinking that there's going to be more, and you talking a good game, then I feel like the heart posture is going to be different. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I can see, I feel like there are people in my life that I won't necessarily say that are friends, but they're acquaintances, and they inconsistent all the time. And I'm like, that's who you are. Okay. Your access to me is not what it could be, but I'm here for you. If you need me to pray, if you know what I'm saying? I'm there in that manner because that boundary is set. But if in my heart I'm already wanting or desiring for there to be more, and you're being inconsistent, then yeah, I'm gonna feel some type of way. You understand what I'm saying? So I think it's really about where your heart posture is. And if you're really just in that space of we gonna be friends, that's it.
But does friendship look different for females versus males?
I think so. I think
Yeah.
we give, of course, more grace to one than the other.
Who gets more
Um,
grace?
I think we give women to women relationships than we do women and men relationships.
Okay. Yeah.
But I think too, it's because of that opposite. You know what I'm saying? Like we, especially when we are attracted to that person and
Hmm.
they're a friend and they're of the opposite sex. We just we can be very cutthroat when it come to men. But when it come to our girls, we
Right.
can like, oh,
More grace.
it's okay. I understand, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Whoop de whoop. And then we'll keep going. But if a guy did that, we blocking.
Next scenario. Okay. Now, y'all, I'm not coming up with this stuff, okay? Two people have strong chemistry and respect for each other, but one is 10 years older
Hmm.
and more settled, while the other is still building career and identity. Does life stage matter more than age? What risks show up later in these dynamics? And what has to be true for this to work? So you have two people, they're
Mm-hmm.
10 years, one person is 10 years older than the other and more
Mm-hmm.
settled in life.
Mm-hmm.
The other is still building their career and their identity.
Mm-hmm.
Does life stage matter more than age?
Mm-hmm.
And what risks show up later in these dynamics? And what has to be true for this to work?
Okay, you got like five questions in one.
I know.
Um, what issues can show up in relationship that are 10 years apart? Um,
You have two people that are okay, so one person is older than the other. So let's take an older male. Let's say
uh-huh.
he's in his 50s and he's dating a younger woman. I've been there. My ex-husband is 10 years older than me. So we can
Mm-hmm.
use me as an example. So when we met, I was 30, he was 40.
Mm-hmm.
When I met him, he was, established. He had his house, he had a
Mm-hmm.
career,
Mm-hmm.
and the only thing he didn't have was children, and he was ready for a family at
Mm-hmm.
that time.
Mm-hmm.
Me, on the other hand, I was 30. I was still shifting around, still trying to figure some things out about
Mm-hmm.
myself. My identity wasn't completely there.
Mm-hmm.
But I did, however, want to be a wife and a mom. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is,
You said what issues can that pose in a
no,
relationship?
what risks
What
show
risks?
up later in these dynamics? And does life stage matter more than age? So does it matter about age, or does it matter where you are in life? Because you can be 30 and you can be well off
Very
nowadays.
true. Very true. So I don't necessarily think it's about age. I think it's about where you are in life is layered because
Hmm.
that's not just career. That's mentally, that's emotionally, spiritually, all the things. I think sometimes we can, that age gap can pose an issue when there's identity issues because
Hmm.
I don't know who I am. I'm coming into a relationship with somebody who already does know who they are. They're established. Um, their views and what they want in life can easily be imposed on the one that's still trying to figure it out. And sometimes they can look up. and be like, this ain't what I wanted.
So I've dated older most of my life, right? Most of my adult life in dating. And I'll never forget when I was in my 20s and I had dated older. I remember this man was trying to, in subtle ways, he was trying to shape me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't want to use the word groom, but he was trying to, you're a little rough around the edges. Maybe you
Mm-hmm.
should do this. Maybe you should
Mm-hmm.
do that. And I remember because I was so feisty, honey. I'm like, I ain't changing nothing about me. Because I was in my early 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm in a different place in life.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, I think that with some people with growth, over time, growth is inevitable.
Yes. 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 Yes.
So it does also, timing does play a factor.
Yeah.
Also though, let me put this out there too. You can be 10 years older and still lack the maturity level or
I
lack the
agree.
identity.
I agree. I agree. I agree because I'm not who I could speak that for myself. I'm not who I was in my
Mhm.
20s.
Mhm.
I'm not the same woman.
Mhm.
And for me, in my previous marriage, my identity became my marriage, right?
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
didn't have anything outside of that. So as I grew and I matured, it's like, oh, I want more. I don't just want this. I
Mhm.
want more.
Right.
There's more out.
I don't just want the image.
Yes.
I don't just want the title of wife, but I
Yeah.
want the intimacy that comes with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you are younger, because you don't really know, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? You don't have that knowledge. You'll take on everybody else's identity in that relationship because that's how I felt in my previous marriage. I took on all things him. I was just engulfed in him
Mhm.
to where you look up and you're like, I'm almost 40 and I'm not happy.
Mhm.
Or you know what I'm saying? Like who am I outside of just what I've been all these years? There is more. And then you begin to grow and then the issue becomes, well, who are you?
Right.
You're not who I married. Or you know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? All of these things begin to populate because now you're like, oh no, you're starting to feel yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You're like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I really want this. I want more, and blah, 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 and all the things. And you spent years and years and years being molded by someone else's view of who you should be. And now you're like, that ain't what I want to be. I want to be something else. So now I'm ready to break the mold and become who I want to become. So
Mhm.
I think both play a part in a relationship, and it's definitely something you really got to consider because like you said, ultimately, um it can happen on either end. It can happen with the man being unstable and older and a
Mhm.
younger woman, or it could be the younger woman still trying to figure out her life, marrying or being with someone that's older. So
Mhm.
you really got to weigh your options when it comes to that.
Yeah. That's a good one. Okay. Last one. Let me pick a good one. Let me know if this is similar, okay,
Okay.
to any of the ones that we've done. You talk daily, you share deep emotional conversations, you support each other, but there is no official label or defined direction. Is emotional intimacy without commitment dangerous? And who is responsible for defining the relationship? And when do you require clarity? Again, you talk daily,
Hmm.
share deep emotional conversations, you support each other, but there is no official label or defined direction. Is emotional intimacy without commitment dangerous? Who is responsible for defining the relationship? And when do you require clarity?
That kind of ties into some of the things that we've talked about before. I think it's all about boundaries. We're going back to that's probably going to be our theme for the night is boundaries. We teach people how to treat us.
Mhm.
And if you have access to me to where I'm divulging, and I'm being very vulnerable, some got to come along with that.
I'm gonna make it real. You know me.
You can't have that and there not be anything tied to us. I don't think that that's it's very dangerous because then you vulnerable, you expose all the things. um you can't
But
have.
y'all friends though. So now I'm tying it all in.
You
But
go
y'all
ahead.
friends. You knew he was emotionally unavailable.
Yeah, that's
But
where
y'all
your
friends.
boundaries come in at, though. That's the thing. It's about boundaries.
But hold on, let me pause you. Cause if y'all are friends, like you said, you willing to be friends with the boundaries, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't friends share intimate things?
It
Or do
depends.
acquaintances not share?
I think it depends on what you deem as friendship. If I'm not, I shouldn't be in a space, especially if there's chemistry there, and you already tell me that you're not available. No, we're gonna be talking about Pringles, Cheetos, and Nathan Dean's hot dog. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But what kind of friendship is that?
I'm saying there has to be a
That's an
space.
acquaintance.
It's especially if there is chemistry. You have to put up some type of boundary of, you know what? I don't think that's something that we need to talk about. I think
Listen,
go talk to one of your other friends about such and such. You to
that's
me,
not a friendship though. That's an acquaintance.
okay, well then
I
that's
say shut all this mess. Look,
be an
in
acquaintance
conclusion,
then. You gotta
shut all this mess down
being
until
if you
somebody is
consider it
ready.
acquaintance, then yeah, I mean, if that's how you view friendship and how you view acquaintance, I have friends that I don't share my most vulnerable things with. You know what I'm saying? I consider
Okay.
them friends, but
Mm-hmm.
they're just like our relationship. There
Mm-hmm.
are things that that people that I've known umpteen years have no clue about. So for
Okay.
me, I can compartmentalize how much access you get in my life depending on how you've treated me,
Mm.
how you've treated my heart. If I know I can trust you, there are things that I'll expose and there are things that I will share with you. But if I can't expose my heart, or if I can't be raw, or if you've already damaged me, you've already shown me who you are, or you already acting funny, oh no, you ain't getting those deep parts of me. God bless you. Still a friend. God bless you. I'm there for you. I will do for you just like I do for everybody. But there are parts of me you will not receive depending on your track record. So I guess for me, when it
Okay.
comes to friendship, I can have people in my life that will not have the most vulnerable parts of me.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. So you compartmentalize. That's interesting because men do that. Quite a few men do that. Um
I know you just like
you know you know me
block. I'm gonna buy you a shirt
stop,
that says
Stephanie. No, don't say that, please. No, don't do that.
block. You know I love you. It's
It's
okay.
just it's just black and white for me.
It
I
is.
don't
Yeah.
where's the when you get into just my opinion, when you get into the shades of gray And although I get it, life happens.
Yeah.
There's some intricacies in life that, may cause um for a gray area, for some type of revision. All right. But for the most part, I just feel like, man, I just know adults do what they want to do, when they want to
They
do it,
do.
how they want to do
They
it.
do.
And
They
if
do.
and you just see it every day. And I can even speak for myself. If I don't want to do something,
Hmm.
especially the older I get, if I don't want to do something at that time, I'm just not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Just period. I'm not even gonna play with it. I'm just not gonna do it.
Hmm.
Or if it's something that I absolutely some type of obligation, no. If I don't want to do it, I'm just not going to do it. And if I want to do it, I'm going to do it. And if I support you and if I'm with you and if you have my friendship, I'm not perfect, but I think you got a pretty decent friend in me.
Hmm.
I'm not going to I ain't trying to toot my own horn cuz I ain't all that, but I think I'm pretty all right. So and if I want to do well by you, I'm going to do well by you.
Hmm.
And if I don't, then
Hmm.
I'm not. So that gray area is just weird to me. I don't quite understand it.
Hmm.
You either in or you out. You either up or you down. You either for
Hmm.
me or against me. There's
Hmm.
no such thing as frenemies. I don't have frenemies.
Right.
You either my friend or you not. I don't even have besties because I go beyond that and I consider you my family. So if I call you friend, you're like a family member to me. You're
Hmm.
my sister. You're my
Hmm.
brother. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? So that's just me.
Hmm.
And I'm sure I need some work. I'm sure I got some things I need to work on. But
We all do, and I think that's the unique thing about all of us is our viewpoints of how we see things. There are things, just like I always say about our relationship,
mhm,
is there are things that you see and it's like bop bop bop, and I'm like, but Courtney, you should consider this,
right, right.
and so that's what I love about just us as the human race. All of
Hmm.
us have a perspective, and we all can learn from each other. There are parts of you that I'm like, ooh, I need to be more cut and dry in that area. So and then there are parts of me that I'm like, come on, Courtney, soften up,
Right, 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 right.
So I think both perspectives, there's a both and. You know what I'm saying? Like we
Okay.
need to learn to, okay, I can give you a little grace, but then certain things need to be cut and dry at the same time. You understand what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Yeah.
So I think it's good to have both and. I think it's good to have
Okay.
both and.
This has been good. This has been very good. What's your cash app, Stephanie?
Stephanie Pink, my name. Stephanie, $ Stephanie Pink, Pink.
Okay, I think this is right.
But this is good. This is where those of us that have big hearts can sometimes get ourselves in a little bit of a pickle.
Mm-hmm.
And that's an area that I definitely am learning and growing in. Is when you have a big heart, when you love hard, learning to set those boundaries, so that people do not run over you because they will. And
Mm-hmm.
with a Mack truck.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. I appreciate you for coming on. I wanted to do these scenarios, and then next time you come, we're gonna definitely talk about weight loss and depression, unless unless we're moved another direction. But will you come back?
Sure. Hopefully, y'all don't get tired of me.
I think they love you, Stephanie. Do I have your cash app right?
Yep.
Okay. If you all would like to support Coach Stephanie, she's been, a blessing thus far being on. Here's her cash app. She has a cash app. It's Stephanie Pink,
Mm,
$ Stephanie Pink, and that's how she spells her name. And then your picture will pop up, right?
yes.
Okay, so if you would like to give, if you're watching the replay and you would like to give a little something, something to Coach Step, there you go. There's her cash app there. If you would like to support the channel, my giving information is um, along the banner there, and
Yeah.
it's Zelle. I do not have a cash out, so it's Zelle at I am Courtney Phillips TV at gmail.com. That's the Zelle, and then I have Chime. That's $Courtney dash Phillips dash 46. Thank you all so much for spending your Valentine's Day evening with us. I'm so sorry about my technical difficulties and, having to do it from my phone, but I definitely wanted to come on. I like to honor my word as best as I can. And I was slated to come on at 9 Eastern and 8 Central, but you see, I was down. Your girl was down bad. But thank you so much, Stephanie, for taking the time out to come on the platform. You know I'm going to have you back because you said you would come back. So I have you back as many times as you would like to come back. I think the audience enjoys you. I know I do. And it's always a great conversation. You all, St. James is live. If he's not live now, he's about to go live. You all check out St. James. Tomorrow we got Sean Talks. I'm not sure about Josh or not. So yeah, there you have it. Y'all just be sure to have your notifications on so that when we go live, you'll be able to receive the notification. Okay. You all have a wonderful evening. Thank you again, Stephanie. And thank you again to everyone for supporting the channel and for coming on. Oh, and I'm trying to get to monetization by April, by Resurrection Sunday. I'm trying to get to monetization. So I need 500 subbies and I need some watch hours. I think I need 3,000 watch hours or something like that. So please share this. If you think this was, pretty decent outside of the technical difficulties, then share this live. Share some of our past lives. We've talked about divorce and all of that good stuff. So just be sure to share the live or watch the live repeatedly so that I can get the viewing time as well as the subbies. Y'all have a wonderful night. Go over there to St. James right now. He's on, and happy Valentine's Day to you all. Peace. Good night.